Alright, what's up guys? So, Hot T, she has uploaded a video titled Frenemies is back. New episode with Trisha Paytas. Yeah, let's go ahead and check this out. I don't think it's if they are back, it definitely ain't lasted that long because yeah, I guess yeah, Trisha Paytas, she just recently linked up with Keemstar. There's so many things I'm behind on the Ray's channel. So Ray, if and when you do see this video, I apologize. I honestly don't know how I got so behind. But yeah, I'm slowly working my way back up. I'm gonna eventually get there, all right? Hopefully sometime soon. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into this video, guys. If you haven't already, make sure you go subscribe to Ray's channel, Hot T, her personal channel, Ray Rahimi, and her business channel, Build Your Pocket. But anyways, let's get into this video.
Hey guys, so I'm just gonna say this once and then never again. Trisha Paytas' freaking pronouns are she, they. Like, I don't know what this can tell you, fam. Check her Instagram. So stop commenting on my videos, being like, stop misgendering Trisha. Like, no, like, fuck you.
Yeah, I'm like, it's the thing. It's like, if, I don't know, because I have caught myself at times. And I know I messed, but if it's she, they, I'm like, oh, okay, you know, then all right. So I don't feel bad, but anyways, yeah, I'm like, look, it's like people are going to, you know, mess up on that type of stuff. I just think that it's like, you know, people, they take it to the heart and get upset. It's like, I am trying my hardest. Like that's the only thing that I can tell you, but. Yeah, it's like people expected you to like rewire your whole brain on some stuff like that. I'm like, I will try. No guarantees and no promises. I'm like, there's people they've legit looked in their face and forgotten their names. And there's people that I've worked with. There's people I went to school with. It's people that I've met through social media and freaking content creating. It's like I forget. Like I'm gonna just flat out admit that I forget things at times. So. Y'all could go ahead and take out that clip, and then, you know, when some stuff goes down, and just be like, oh, yo, he admitted to this in a Hot T video a long time ago. This dude's forgetful. He be forgetting things. So, at the end of the day, it happens, all right? So, anyways. Of course, I did that, okay.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be about James Charles, Ethan Klein, Nikocado Avocado, and so much more. Before we get into it though, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. I post new videos every single week. So if you don't know already, recently beauty guru and YouTuber James Charles has made his way back into the internet. If you haven't seen the video I made talking specifically about his failed return to YouTube, I'll have it linked down below as well as on the screen. James is back, and to no one's surprise, he's already messed up. Less than a week after his comeback video, he posted a video of him talking on his Instagram story. In the video, he says that he's looking to hire someone to create and edit thumbnails for him, and if they have any interest in doing so, DM him on Instagram. This seems like it wouldn't be an issue, right? Like, I understand that a DM on the gram might seem innocent to some, but when you know James's past, it's almost unbelievable that he's invited fans to message him. Almost unbelievable. But this is James Charles we're talking about, while his intentions when posting...
So, like, I think he should have maybe... tried it a different way, you know, just been like, hey, so I don't like, because I'm trying to think, how can you do that but without it being, because it obviously it needs to be public. I'm thinking like maybe a hashtag and then just being like, oh, you know, use this hashtag and then just take my latest video or something, make a thumbnail out of it, then like, but you have to talk to them publicly, like in comments and all that stuff. And so, but if the person's account's private, and it's just like, all right, well, that person, it's like, you're gonna have to unprivate it, because you just like, look who you dealing with. My name's James Charles. Like, you know, last time I messaged somebody, this stuff got published all across the internet. So yeah, I think it's best if he stays away from that. Or I don't know, maybe do Discord or something where it's like, it's private, but it's still public at the same time. Like, if that makes any sense. But anyways.
This were probably pure. It's just a bad look considering the trouble he's gotten into in the past from messaging
TikTok, I
underage
mean,
fans.
something.
While he's looking to hire someone, he also did not specify an age requirement and practically invited underage fans into his direct messages. Honestly, with his past and the trouble that he's gotten into for messaging underage fans, he really should have just directed anyone interested in the job to a business email. Hopefully he doesn't abuse his powers.
I was thinking that, but I was like, nah, I don't know. That's still kind of private. That's I'm like, I just think it overall it needs to be like in some public, way, like where it's like, all right, post a video and just be like James Charles, like hashtag James Charles thumbnail challenge, and then you just like, hey, name such and such. Here's the thumbnails, and it's just a slideshow of thumbnails or something. I don't know. Me, that's what I would do something along those lines. But anyways.
Influencer when talking to these people, but only time will really tell. Also, side note, but hey, James, bestie, I'm pretty good at thumbnails, if I do say so myself. Ethan Klein threw some serious shade about the situation on Twitter by quoting the video and saying, "Is there an age requirement?"
Crazy.
He's obviously referring to the fact that James has an undeniable track record for inappropriately messaging underage fans. Speaking of Ethan Klein, Frenemies merch has officially dropped. He tweeted this photo of him laying on the ground alone wearing a Frenemies hoodie, and it's honestly possibly the saddest picture I've seen in my life.
I'm trying to focus like on that like freaking was that like a dog leg, or was that, I can't tell if that's like a chair leg or a table leg or a dog leg. Regardless, I'm like that's a weird looking, I don't know, it's like maybe it's a goat or something. Look like it could be like a goat or not even a goat but a sheep. Like that's a weird looking leg.
The saddest picture I've seen in my life.
Like a dog getting ready to stand up maybe, I don't know.
I remember thinking how cool the promo pictures and videos for this merch drop were going to be. I was excited to see how Trisha and Ethan were going to pose and what type of promotions they were going to do. But then, of course, as everyone knows, the podcast unexpectedly and abruptly came to an end. Even though the podcast was over, the merch had already been created, so Ethan was left with the decision to either let all of that money on production costs go to waste or release the merch anyways. He finally decided to release it nearly a month after the last episode of the podcast aired. Along with the photo, Ethan tweeted that the Frenemies merch would go live that day at 12:30 with a link to the Teddy Fresh site that you could purchase the merch on. Ethan's ex-co-host of the podcast, Trisha Paytas, tweeted showing her support for the drop. She posted a screenshot of her order confirmation, spending over $400 on merch. She also says she ordered what she could since stuff was selling out so fast, which is crazy. Like, I love how people are still supporting this merch launch. Peter Mon tweeted, "Should I buy a Frenemies hoodie?"
The show's like ain't even like what it was like, or it's like, I don't know, like me personally, I probably wouldn't have bought the merch because I'm like, it ain't like this. I'm not, my thing is like, when I look at it, I'm thinking back on like why I subscribed to the whole Frenemies things in the first place, but it's not that anymore. So I'm like, I don't know, like I guess like, yeah, if you are like a true diehard fan of these guys, I'm speaking of like me not being a fan of these guys, so that's most likely why I wouldn't buy the merch. I guess if I am like a fan of like Trisha Paytas and Ethan Klein, then I'm like, oh okay, yeah, sure, I'll buy the merch. But other than that, I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Trisha responded to the tweet by saying, "A chance to own a piece of one of the greatest disasters on the internet? Yes," along with a link to purchase the merch. I love that Trisha is supporting this merch drop. I'm not sure if she ended up actually taking a cut of the merch because she initially said that she would not be taking a cut of the merch since she left Frenemies, but who knows what's going to be happening behind the scenes.
On the episode, I offered once again to not take any of the commission. I never felt entitled to apparel like commission at all. Like that's totally their thing, and they have all the connects, and trying to start my own like clothing brand, like it's really hard.
But also, even if she isn't taking a cut of the merch, this is really like the least that she could do to promote it, because it would have been her fault if the merch didn't sell.
I want to help push it and sell it all out for them, and he's like, well, we had a verbal I don't need it. I really don't need it. I like it. I will wear it.
Someone else also tweeted Trisha but deleted it shortly after she replied, so I was unable to get a screenshot, but using context clues, it looks like someone asked if Trisha got sent merch from Ethan before the official launch, and she responded by saying, "I didn't, or else I'd be wearing it." Trisha uploaded a video wearing, in her own words, bootleg Frenemies merch, of course, decked out in rhinestones. In the video, she says that Ethan did send her a text about the release the night before the launch. Trisha also says that her and Ethan filmed a new Frenemies episode this past week, but it won't air per Ethan's decision.
We actually filmed one last Frenemies number 40 this past week that did not make it to air per Ethan's decision. I wanted it to air. I felt good about it.
She said after filming the apology, she felt like they ended things on really good terms, and Ethan even apologized to Trisha for things that he had done wrong.
Ethan had asked me to come film a final Frenemies, and I had anxiety about it like all weekend prior. This was this past Monday. You know, we filmed this episode and it felt like such a relief. I did feel like we talked so much out, and I got an apology from Ethan that meant...
Come on, man. It's like, there ain't no reason to be carrying on like that. I just don't get why it's like stuff guys start messing up, and it's like mid-video, that's when we want to start messing up. It's like you buy you a whole new Wi-Fi box, and it's like just for things like, come on, man, dang.
And I got an apology from Ethan that meant so much.
She said filming that episode really helped her get closure.
It's like, I'm gonna calm down.
But that's because it's not being
like,
aired.
Dang.
She thinks it's...
Oh my God, is there an issue? No, there's not. So freaking chill out. Dang. I don't get why stuff like this gotta happen mid-video. Like, dang, do this after the video.
Because the episode, it showed some of the falling out was actually Ethan's...
Oh my God. Alright, hold on. Just give me a second, guys. Alright, I'm back. I think I fixed it, but if not, I'm like, yeah, I just think stuff is just gonna get, you know, freaking like an axle kick or something. I'm just gonna start going crazy, but anyways...
fault, and he wanted to protect his name.
We did get into it, and it got like a little heated, but I mean, the end result was to me so beautiful. Like, I started crying because he's like, yeah, I messed up on this one specific thing, and I don't want to get into it because obviously he doesn't want to air it, and it sucks.
I'm assuming Ethan asked Trisha to come film one last episode to promote the merch drop, but then decided not to post it and just drop the merch alone and catch everyone by surprise.
I know, honestly, at the end of the day, I'm sure he just... I'm not
sure.
He
might drop
it. Or doesn't want to admit to any wrongdoing or something, but it gave me all the feelings again of just like, oh gosh. Like, it was like the perfect closure I needed, and then it's just kind of like, no, just kidding. Like, we're not going to air, and basically just try to shift blame on other people. Even if you didn't release the episode, at least clear what I wanted clear.
At the time of recording this voiceover, almost all of the Frenemies merch has sold out. I wonder if Ethan will be taking 5% more from the sales, or if he's going to be sharing the profit with Trisha. I don't know, man. Let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments down below. Do you think Trisha even deserves a cut? And if so, how much should it be? The video that Trisha Paytas posted about this did not get the best response at all, which is evident from this terrible like to dislike ratio. One user commented, "Everyone thinks I'm a horrible person." No, let's be clear here. Everyone knows you're a horrible person. Another person said, "If you're filming this instead of talking to Ethan, it's kind of like you didn't learn anything from the blow up."
Yeah.
And lastly, one user commented, "The fact that Ethan didn't want the episode to air makes it more sincere and personal between the two of you. Just because it wasn't posted on the internet doesn't mean that it didn't happen. Respect people's boundaries and decisions. This entire situation should have been handled off air to begin with." Okay, moving on. Controversial mukbang.
Yeah, it's like it sounds like it's more of like of an attention thing. Like she wants the attention, and you know she just wants some sort of like, because I think she was overall doing that video just to get people like, oh, release the episode, and get people all riled up. But at the same time, it's like, you know, I think people just overall want y'all to just, you know, go your separate ways, because what you guys had going on just wasn't healthy for nobody. So yeah, I think it's just best go your separate ways, and if this episode airs, it does. If it doesn't, oh well. So, but anyways,
YouTuber Nico Got Avocado posted a video where he bit his tongue and then started talking in an accent similar to someone with a disability.
Just one last thing. Look at all this stuff. I don't want you to eat this. They're totally not disconnected with reality. And just because I say it doesn't mean that you eat a stuff vegan. Which is here, actually. If I have to go to the hospital because it goes to your mouth.
Some people have said that this is ableist, while others are saying that they've done the same thing after biting their tongue because
I've never talked like that after biting my tongue. Oh my god. I'm like, bro, nah. I don't know what that was, but that was, you know, that's like, I guess, like, if they feel a certain way about it, I'm sorry for laughing, but it's just, you know, when you see people act like that, it's kind of hard to not laugh. So I just think that that's him being weird and stuff, but Yeah, that was different. I wasn't expecting that. I thought he was gonna have like an actual like accent or something. I thought it was just he didn't have no accent, bro. That was just him being weird.
Pain. But Nikocado talks in this sort of accent for an excessive amount of time in the video, almost like he thinks it's a funny joke. I really don't know why this guy is even still relevant, to be honest. Just thought I'd touch on that topic really quickly to hear your guys' opinion on it. Do you think Nikocado has ableist intentions when doing this, or was it a genuine reaction to biting his tongue?
Nah, I just think that he's weird. Nah, that's not. I've bitten my lip, my tongue, the inside, like that part of your cheeks, but the inside. Look, it happens, but I've never have had to talk like that. Like I just talk through the pain, and that's just him being weird.
I honestly, just because Nikocado has done like the most offensive, like craziest shit on earth in order to create hype around his videos, I don't think that this was actually just a reaction to biting his tongue. Like, this is the guy that literally wore a hijab in a video while trying Middle Eastern food and said that, oh, I love Middle Eastern culture, I'm just respecting the culture. Like, this is the guy that we're talking about. I don't think that this was a reaction to biting his tongue. Sorry, don't come for me. And next up.
Oh, that's crazy. I did not know he did that. Yeah, that's crossing the line. Like, I would never, under any circumstances, like, do something like, that's something I'm like, because you know, like, because I don't know if it's like if the word sacred would be like the proper like terminology. Overall, I just know like that's just something that you don't wear. Like my thing is I know people are gonna try to like comment talking about, oh well, it's there for you to purchase, so you should be allowed to. No, you do not understand. That is just not something you just wear. Like. I feel like that, I don't want to say something and I say it in the wrong, fashion and stuff. So I'm just going to say this. If you're like, not Middle Eastern, or you just ain't got no Middle Eastern, even if you just like, look, just don't wear that, okay? If you ain't supposed to be wearing that, don't wear it, all right? They ain't because of fashion and all that stuff. Like, I ain't hearing that. Just don't wear it out of respect for people that, actually, be wearing it and stuff, so.
Cody Ko and
Crazy.
Noel Miller talked on their podcast about cryptocurrencies and how so many people are scamming and taking advantage of their younger audience and impressionable fans for their own personal gain.
How can you even be a fan of someone like that would like actually steal your money like that? That's crazy, because kids don't really get it.
More specifically, Ethan Klein talks about this and calls out influencer Face Banks. Banks tweeted a promotional giveaway for a cryptocurrency coin, Bank Socialio, I think is what it's called. Ethan says, it's easy to be successful when you're just stealing money from your kid fans. I don't know if I would call that success though. I mean, I'm not worried about the FBI arresting me for fraud. The only thing I can say about this is that it's really, really, really shitty that influencers are using their name and impressionable audience just to get some money off of these partnerships.
It's like you just, brand deals, just overall being, I feel like that's when you just don't want to work on content. I know I've reached my time. Well, I mean, I've not reached my time, but there has been days where I'm just like, dang, I should have recorded some videos like the night prior so I could just relax today. But no, I'm like, that's my thing is like, that's overall how I'm going to make my money is how I've been making my money. And that's, just posting the videos, monetizing the video, and then or it's like, promoting a brand that I'm a brand ambassador for and so on. But like, I just feel like, that scamming stuff. Yeah, that's why I just like, the whole cryptocurrency wave. I just never really got into it because I'm like, I knew that beforehand. I'm like, bro, it ain't no different than those freaking, well, maybe it is. It's overall falls in like that same category as a scam, but just a different section of like the scam, like, encyclopedia and stuff. So, but anyways.
Random cryptocurrency names. Other than even just like the ethical side of it, because clearly it's very unethical to promote these pump and dump crypto scams.
Isn't it eventually, I see where it's like probably at some point in time, social media websites like, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, whoever, they're gonna be like, you're not allowed to promote this stuff on there. You're gonna have to promote this on a different platform, you know, something. Because yeah, it's like at the end of the day, it's like if enough people get scammed, trust me, it's like they're gonna start banning that stuff. So
like the business aspect of it, because it's clearly not a good choice to promote something that is scamming your fans, because you get to screw over your fans once before they no longer trust you, you know? And if fans no longer trust you or trust your word to promote something, your future sponsorships aren't going to be as successful. And so you're really just ending your future career right now just to like take that bag. You know what I mean? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Moving on, recently it's become a pretty common thing to see social media celebrities acting as the face of many unexpected and random brands and events. The most recent being Addison Rae becoming a UFC reporter.
Oh, yeah.
Addison tweeted, "I studied broadcast journalism in college
I
for 3
seen
whole
this.
months to prepare for this moment, alone with
People
two
was
photos
not
of her
feeling
in
it.
front of a UFC reporter backdrop, also holding a UFC microphone." Addison is referring to her short time she spent studying sports broadcasting at Louisiana State University. After only a few months, she dropped out as her TikTok following was rapidly rising. Many are upset about her most recent career move, and a lot of people are claiming she doesn't deserve to have this job as a reporter. Sports producer Steve Benko tweeted, "Imagine spending 4 years in college plus unpaid internships plus reporter / producer / editor / photo jobs that pay next to nothing to even have a shot at a better job. And all it takes for Addison Rae is TikTok and 3 months of college to be ahead of you." I think the UFC thought this would be a good publicity move to hire Addison Rae as a reporter. While they did get
That's the only reason why they're doing that. Because I think, I talked on this. And I was just like, look, at the end of the day, if it's somebody with clout, with follows and all of that, because she's next to the D'Amelio sisters, it's her. And so you have her, because at the end of the day, now, like nowadays, I mean, yeah, it's like with some certain jobs, I guess they're, they are going to be looking for skills, but I feel like when it's something like this, they're all like, oh, look, at the end of the day, they're going to hire a person with the following, because she's going to bring in, like, when her followers see UFC, oh, let's see why she's on UFC, let's see, so they're going to be tuning in. Somebody that doesn't have like if you do have a TikTok account, you probably have 500 followers, you don't get a whole lot of likes. I'm talking about my profile, but regardless, they're not gonna go and hire somebody. Like, between the two, I know for a fact, like, Addison Rae I will personally walk over the microphone to her, because I'm like, you can't compete with somebody like her. So it's like, it's a competition. It ain't about, like, especially with a job like this, it's a competition. It ain't like, no, let's see who's more skillful or who has more experience and all this other stuff. Like, yeah, there might be a company out there that would take notice of you, that you could be like a reporter or whoever and stuff for them. But other than that, yeah, it's like, people are gonna take in Addison Rae. Why? Because she has more of a following. At the end of the day, if it had been that person, whoever made that tweet, and Addison Rae, I'm choosing Addison Rae, because I'm like, this girl got millions of followers, so that's just bringing in more of a business for me. So yeah, it's just
retention.
It's wild.
It was for all the wrong reasons. Many complained about how it was unfair that Addison got the job when so many people are more qualified than her and would have loved to have even a chance at this position. Others say Addison only got the job due to having pretty privilege, and then, of course, because of her fame and popularity on social media. It also seems like in her tweet, Addison is making a mockery of landing the job. Like, hee, I only went to college for 3 months, but look at me. And I honestly don't blame people.
Yeah, but it's like, name the real reason why you got that job.
Upset about this. People were so upset that Addison apparently got fired from the job not even 24 hours after saying that she got it. Addison quoted her original tweet and said, "Never mind, y'all got me fired." Hopefully the job is replaced with someone who actually works.
I think it was just only gonna be like I don't think she was just gonna do UFC like reporting full time. I think it was just one time just for the event, because I think it was like a pay-per-view fight and stuff. It wasn't like no weekly showing or something. Do they even? I think no, they do weekly showings. I think sometimes with UFC. I don't know, but anyways, yeah, I think it was just for that, and then she just did her one-time thing, and then after that they was just like, all right, get out of here. Here's your check. Thank you for probably bringing in maybe I don't know how many followers she overall has, but it's like, let's say she has 100 million followers. Yeah, 100 followers, Addison Rae. But let's say if she does have 100 million, she probably did bring in a few million more people watching UFC and stuff for her and stuff, or maybe like help, like maybe 100, few 100,000. I don't know. But anyways, she brought people into watching UFC that they wasn't already. So, but anyways,
to get that position and didn't just get it handed to them like Addison. And guys, this isn't the first time Addison Rae has been in a situation like this. Remember when she went on Jimmy Fallon to show off several TikTok dances? None of which she created, and the majority were created by black influencers who got little to no credit for them. It's just not fair to see someone profiting off of other people's hard work and talent. And since we're on the topic of the UFC, YouTuber Jake Paul tweeted a video showing off his new chain he had custom made to look like a famous UFC fighter, Conor McGregor. Specifically, he took inspiration for this shot taken of McGregor knocked out during a fight. Jake says the chain cost him $100,000.
Crazy.
No disrespect to the jeweler who made this, but like, does anyone else think it kind of looks like a deranged McDonald's Happy Meal toy attached to a diamond chain?
No, it does.
Also, like, imagine spending $100,000 just to prove you have beef with someone and want to fight them.
It's also, like, bro, it's like you could get you like a decent like car, bro. You could get a freaking Mustang like that, because that's my dream car and stuff. You could do that. You could go down south, probably find you a good decent like house out there for like $100K. What other things can you do with $100K? You could donate it to a charity. There's so many different things you could do with $100K. It's like, bruh, like, to do some stuff like that, I don't know, you could get you some shoes, or okay, that is like, I know people are like, it's, you know, it's the material things. It's like, yeah, I know. Me personally, $100K, I'm like, I'm gonna do something a little bit more like productive with it. I'm gonna find a reason like to spend $100K, but it's gonna be a good, legitimate reason. And it ain't gonna be about, I probably will use some of it to get me some shoes, but not all of it. But yeah, I definitely do something productive with it and stuff.
Just watch the video of Jake Paul showing off his new chain.
Sleepy McGregor, don't go night-night. NyQuil McGregor. Fucking bitch.
He's already a weird dude, but like, something about this just seems so unsettling. I don't know. But that was it for today's video. It's the culture.
It's the whole like chain culture now.
In the comments, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. I post new videos every single week. All right, bye.
Yeah, I'm like, Jake Paul, it's like, you know, at the end of the day, it's like he's promoting whoever made that, because I guess, like, you know, with that type of stuff, like they do be promoting the chain dealer person. I don't know what they call him, but anyways, no, it's a pretty good video as always. Make sure, if you guys haven't, definitely go subscribe to Ray's channel, Hot Tea, her personal channel, Ray Rahimi, and her business channel, Build Your Pocket. Like, subscribe to me too, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.